little baby ricotta raviolis served with a truffle butter and just a very simple cream spinach. And my second dish is going to be a poached turbot, which is going to be served with some seasonal vegetables with a chestnut sauce. What I've done is all I've got in here is ricotta cheese, which has been softened just by putting it into a bowl and breaking it down with a little drop of cream, some chopped truffle and some chopped herbs, and maybe if you fancy a little bit of truffle oil. But what I want to show you is put a touch of flour on the board, but not too much. Pipe as much as you like onto each little ring, circle. The pasta's just been cut out. Again, the size is entirely up to yourselves of how big you want to make your raviolis. All I'm going to do is just some little baby ones here. On the side here, sometimes it's like watching builders do it. They've got big hands, big thumbs, big fingers, and they just trample all over it. And what they've got to do, is basically just be very careful and just be gentle. And I think the other thing is they tend to leave too much air inside the ravioli, and that creates air pockets, which creates the pasta sometimes can split.
That's very disheartening by the time you finish them all, isn't it?
Yes.
So you would say getting the air out was one of the key things there.
Very, very important. I mean, even now, under these lights, I can feel the ravioli just drying out, literally just under the lights. It's a very, very short recipe. Creamed spinach, which is what I have in here. And this basically is just normal spinach that you find in any supermarket. Either the very coarse spinach or the little ones that you find in the little bags that it's already pre-washed is fantastic. This has just been quickly cooked in a pan with some butter, put onto a tray with a cloth and just dried off, and then we just add a little bit of cream back into a pan, reduce the cream, put in your spinach. You can lightly chop it if you buy the really big leaves. Feel free just to chop up the spinach very, very quickly, put that into the cream and mix that up. And that's just, again, is something else that can be prepared. This is truffle butter. Basically, butter. If any of you go to some delicatessen stores, you can find truffles in tins now. And they're not bad at all. In fact, they have a beautiful, either in oil or in a liquid brine. And the liquid brine has a fantastic flavour to it. You could always add the brine from the tin of truffle into your water. Just reduce the quantity of water you have in a pan. There's all sorts of different things, and this sauces, you could just basically blanch these off with your spinach and just put a beautiful olive oil and some Parmesan cheese on top. Thank you. Stir the water. I'm just going to drop these little, as you can see, they've actually gone quite dry. Stir the water, drop them in, like so. And all we're going to do is just cook them for a few minutes, a minute and a bit. Okay, like so. Just shake the pan, make sure that they don't stick. Have prepared a little tray on the side with some paper. It's always good to take pasta from, especially raviolis, from a pan of water onto a tray, drain it off, because whatever you're going to add, whatever sauce or olive oil that you're going to add to the dish, what you don't want to do is you don't want to dilute it with water. You just want to be able to keep the maximum flavour that you possibly can. Just drain them on the side. And again, you don't have to dress this up if you wanted to impress your friends. You could just do one really nice large ravioli, make your life a little bit easier. It's always good to have some fun. And if you've got people around, especially at Christmas, get the family involved, get the children. My sons love doing these. When my mother-in-law comes, or my mother, when we ever make scones or anything, or the time that we do make pasta, we always get the boys involved. They love it. So basically, exactly that. You think, wow, what a lovely colour. But there is a reasoning behind it, and that's the flavour. And that's the egg, and that's where the egg yolk comes into the pasta here, and that's where the marriage comes together. Thank you.